Hey, what's going down, man? It's your boy DJ. We back in the syrup room. We got a special guest, Kokaine Karter, in the building with us today, man. How you doing today?
Hey man, I'm cool with what it is.
Already, man. I appreciate you for coming through to the syrup room tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I want to kind of take it to the beginning. For like the following that may not be familiar with you, man. I'm familiar with you because I done seen you out a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying, doing your thing. So, I just want to kind of take it back to the beginning and kind of talk about how you first got involved in doing music.
Hey, you want to go back that far?
You gotta build that history up a little bit.
Nah, bro. I started just rapping when I was about 13. So that was a minute ago. You know what I'm saying? And it was a whole different game back then. Like, I'm still stuck in storytelling and substance music. You know what I'm saying? I'm just crossing over to this up. You know what I'm saying? But they still got a story to tell. And, you know what I'm saying? You know the story, you can follow. But I came up dreaming Biggie and Jay, and then Slim and Key and all that. So it was like I'm mixing the gumbo.
Yeah, man. Like still being able to do it right now compared to like back then. The game done changed a lot. The way the music is put out, the way it's everything different now. You know what I'm saying? So was it kind of hard to adapt? Because I grew up on Biggie. Biggie, Pac, the old Kiki and shit like that too. And you know what I'm saying? Like, was it hard to adapt to like this new school way of doing things?
The way it's ran, yeah. Not the the game, but the way it's ran, yeah. It's a whole lot different. I wouldn't say it's easier because you still got to be smart and strategic as hell to get on with this marketing, but it's a lot easier than trying to sell 1,000 CDs, 100,000 CDs out your trunk. Going state to state, you know what I'm saying? You can do all that to press a button if you got the right button.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of want to talk about like the before we get like deeper into the music, I want to talk about the BME because that's the label, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's like your own label.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my wife, first lady.
All right. So what made you want to create a label versus to going to go sign to a label?
Well, like I say, with once upon a time, I've been through the process of all that, being on the label, and a lot of the time the labels weren't showing you what to do because they were doing it for you, so it'll spoil you. You know what I'm saying? To where, say you got to do this shit on your own now, you be lost.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen nothing. You don't know how paperwork go. You don't know nothing.
Yeah, they got somebody for every aspect of what
every
you're doing.
aspect of the game. So it's like, now you don't know what you doing. You out here signing, running into the wall, ain't getting nothing going. So we put it together so that, as I'm growing and building and it's getting bigger, at the same time I'm kicking back to our artists, you know what I'm saying, giving them the game. Showing them, not just telling them, but you got to show them how to do it, you know what I'm saying? Show them how to handle this part, handle that part. You're not just a rapper no more, you're a brand. You know what I'm saying? You somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta carry yourself as a business.
Yeah. Cause these days you for a label to even notice you basically gotta already be on.
You gotta already did all the footwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just come to like plug you into the right places.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you think it's better for the game to be that way?
I mean, yeah, because it'll show what you gonna do for yourself.
Yeah.
Before I take a chance on you, let me see how many chances you gonna take on yourself.
And speaking of that, like owning a label, I know plenty of people come to you and want to get signed, or, you know what I'm saying, want to, like, they feel you create an opportunity. But what would it take for you to even sign somebody to your label? What would they have to show you?
If they gonna invest in themselves.
That's the key?
That's the key.
Already. So do you have other artists on your label?
Yeah, I got 2 other artists on my label.
Okay.
KC 2000, BME, Tim Trill. So it's like, every day, I bring them along, they everything, two racks back there now, but I try to take them everywhere, even if it's just my interview, it ain't about just me though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta put on for the team.
Yeah, you gotta have media training. So instead of just sitting you down in the room, I'll take you with me. I'll show you how it go, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do exactly what I do, but you can see what I'm doing, you can mix you in there. So now when you sit in front of this camera, it's not
you know how to present it.
Yeah, you gotta know how to present that package, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to say it yourself.
Yeah, and it really shows, like, it's a lot of artists that don't have media training, they don't know how to go out and network and talk to people and really push the business side. Like, the music, great, but like the business side of things is completely different from the music.
It's a whole different jungle. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You ain't got your business right, what you doing it for?
Yeah. So you originally from Houston, right?
I'm originally from Dallas and Houston.
Okay. What area did you spend more time in?
Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Were you ever influenced by some of the Dallas artists?
Yeah.
What's some of the Dallas artists you rock with?
DLC, Big Chief, Tom Tom, you know what I'm saying? Just
The real OG Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah. What made you come out here to Houston?
Well, my mama out here.
Okay.
I went to school out here. I went to Westfield. You know what I'm saying? I went to
Shout out to
Ennis.
Westfield. I went to Westfield too.
Yeah, you know, so I was out here, but I wasn't out here.
Already. So I know like a lot of people like from Houston, it takes them forever to get their name known out here. Or even if they get their name known out here, but you know, you came from Dallas and you know, it made a pretty nice name for yourself in Houston. Like, what's the process of doing that? Like, what did you have to do to get your name known?
Spent a lot of money. Nah.
Hey, I believe you. If that's the case, I definitely believe it because Houston one of those cities.
Nah, for real though, it took some time, some patience, and some money. It took a lot of networking. It took a lot of shaking hands, hugging, taking pictures, club runs, DJ runs, meetings, shit. I go to some shit I don't even want to go to, but I'm networking, I'm showing support. It just took a lot of, being on your business, being on your hustle. You know, I just took it for my life. Like, I can go stand on this block 18 hours. Man, I can rip around the clubs and go to work. And
Sure.
do what I gotta do at the same time. So it was like, shit, just keep going. You gotta keep ripping and running. It's a process. You just gotta trust it. You know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself.
Yeah. I know another thing about you is that you actually be out. You be out here. You be outside. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I ran into you at like Loud Fest. I think I ran into you at a you was performing at a club over there, 45 South. I can't remember. It was like a strip club. I can't remember the name of it. This is probably like in January.
What was that club? That was at the New Year's Eve party or something?
I believe it might have been New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
I just can't. It was going down.
What you're talking about, yeah.
I just can't think of the name of the
I
club.
can't remember the name of it neither.
Man, I also seen you over there with DJ A-Leaf one night. You know what I'm saying?
DJ,
So
man.
yeah.
That's my DJ.
So like I said, I run into you often. You know what I'm saying? Just being out here. So like, is that important for you to like show your face?
Yeah, it's important. It's the main key ingredient.
I know a lot of artists that I deal with, like they pretty much set to doing things on Instagram. Like they don't really go outside. Like they don't go to events. They don't go to shows. But they like try to blow up on Instagram. You think it can happen that way?
I mean, them the type of people that's gonna post 25 times a day, and you just posting 25 times in the same circle. Maybe one day one of them posts will catch on, somebody will repost it. You got a better chance of getting out here in the field, you know what I'm saying? Letting them see your face,
Right.
letting them actually see the story that you're trying to, you know what I'm saying? Let them see what you're doing. Then just sitting behind the phone.
That's a fact.
The same people seeing it. But if you get out here and, man, check me out, hey, check me out, what I got, now they see you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be talking about this, talking about that, and they don't never see you with none of that. They don't even see you at all.
Except for like you posting like memes and
bro,
stuff.
I'm tired of seeing you on the gram, bro. Like, what's up that? We outside. Why you ain't never outside? Like, you know.
Especially being in Houston, like it's a place where people get familiar with your face and you start to grow a status. You know what I'm saying?
9 times out of 10, no pun to these promoters out here, but they gonna run you through Houston. Everybody's gonna get a chance to see, meet, and talk to you if you really out here.
Yeah.
If you going the right way, you know what I'm saying. You can post up at one spot and perform there 1,000 times. It's gonna be the same 50 people that know you.
Yeah, and especially if you're doing it strictly on Instagram, it's like your reach is only as big as your following. So if you posting every day or whatever you're doing, you only got 1,000 followers, like you gotta really touch. You ain't gonna go platinum because you gotta touch 1 million people to go platinum.
And they gotta buy it.
Yeah, they gotta spend the money buying.
They gotta buy it. 1 million people gotta buy it for you to go platinum. 1 billion people gotta stream it for you to go platinum.
Exactly.
So, what would you try to rather touch that 1 million people or 1 billion?
Yeah. I know, especially being a record label owner, you know, you gotta kind of like really be out here for real because, you know, not only is you promoting for yourself, you promoting for your artists as well. But was there a time that somebody gave you some game, like how to, you know, run a label or something like that, or it's kind of like you had to learn as you went?
In the beginning, I had to stub my toe, lose my money, get fucked over. You know what I'm saying? Before I ran into Lil Troy, and he gave me some game. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
shout out Lil Troy.
He showed me a lot of shit that I didn't. I showed him a lot of shit though. It was funny as hell. Like, you know, G stuck in the, man, we gonna sell thousands, we gonna sell this 20,000 CD. We get to, OG, nobody buy no CD, baby. We gotta switch that over. Then once we showed him that game, he was like, damn. So it was like, yeah, it balanced out for me.
Already. How did you end up linking up with Lil Troy? Cause I know I see you collaborate with T2 as well.
That's how it happened. My wife, she knew the brother, and I needed some studio time. I was on leg monitor, couldn't go nowhere, and I needed somewhere to record. And he was like, man, go holler at my nephew. And when I pulled up, the nephew was T2.
Okay.
And we've been locked in like since that day.
Were you familiar with who T2 was at the time?
Yeah.
What's up? Like, I know when I seen you perform, the name of that club gonna come to me soon. I know it is. I just can't think of it right now. But when I seen you perform, I seen he was there with you as well. I know he had a lot of success early on. You know what I'm saying? Like just being around like somebody like that, like frequently collaborating with somebody like that. Do you feel like does it kind of give you a boost, like knowing that he been there before?
Iron sharpen iron on that, man. You know, so yeah. He turned me up, I turned him up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I want to go into music, you know what I'm saying? Because, of course, you're an artist. So let's talk about some of the projects that you working on or getting ready to drop right now.
Right now, I'm getting ready to drop Pressure. It's the first single off the mixtape, Trapper's Advisor.
Okay.
Pressure, man, that's that one that's how I finally jumped into that lane that everybody, it's like everybody been wanting to hear me just dry going off. You know what I'm saying? Just dry popping my shit. And I never gave it to them. You know, I always tried to feed you this.
Yeah, cater to the audience.
Yeah, I try to feed you this, cater to this industry, this was going on, but and the whole time, it's really another side of me, and, you know, sometimes I get reckless. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, it's so much stuff was going on, bro, and I was just tired of it, so it was like, it's time to apply pressure, because, like, a lot of y'all forgot what's really going on, who I really am, bro. You know, I gave a lot of people hope. I gave a lot of people game. You know, man.
So it's like reminder season right now.
Yeah, it's reminder time to let y'all know I'm still him, bro. Like, I just dumbed it down, you know, to bless y'all game. But I don't have to. I can apply the pressure, and I lock this bitch up. It'll be about me only.
Yo.
Yeah, for real.
Already. So, what about the mixtape? What made you go with a mixtape instead of like an album or EP? Because it seems like that's what everybody doing right now.
Because I'm coming off an album with T2 Good Coat. You know what I'm saying? After locked in, I'm fresh off that album. You know, and giving them a mixtape. I'm just really, like I said, I gave y'all that. Now it's time for y'all. I'm finna take y'all back to the trenches. I'm gonna take y'all back to where I'm really from. Like, now it's time for y'all to get to really see y'all playing. I'm really him. You know,
for sure.
So.
I got a question for you, just because, you know, I'm more on the other side of the entertainment, you know, so from an artist standpoint, like, how do you typically drop a mixtape today? Do you still go to like the streaming platforms and stuff like that?
Yeah, you still, I mean, if you get original beats, you know, so, and then it's like, you gotta call it a mixtape because these are original beats, but depending on what producer you got it from, he might be one of them suckers that's gonna lease that bitch out to 100 people.
Yeah, more people.
You know what I'm saying? So
I hear like Zaytoven do that a lot.
A lot of them do it. Like, shout out to Lil Mister. Lil Mister said, I don't put my beats in a beat store because if I want this person and that person to have the beat, then I might well make a motherfucking beat for that person and that person do the song together.
Yeah.
So it's like, it makes sense. So you gotta call it a mixtape because shit, you might be ripping and running, you 500,000 streams up, and here comes somebody to drop the same beat, different song, same beat though. Now you got everybody looking at you like, you know, album's exclusive, so you know.
They be like, we heard that beat, like, have we heard that song before?
So it's like, yeah, you know, you got to word it and play the game, how the game go.
You got any collaborations on this album?
Yeah, I got 3 Kings with me, Stunner Bam, Chuck Trill, Long Live. I know I got one with my artist, Tim Trill. And, oh yeah, I got Chrissy Sheree and Taz the Realest. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm familiar with all them.
Yeah.
I want to touch on, first I'll shout out to Stunner Bam because he, you know, he getting that respect he deserves right now. Like, he really doing major things. But what was it like working with Chucky Trill? I know we had the chance to interview Chucky Trill probably like 3 or 4 times. But for you being in the studio with Chucky and everything like that, what was it, you know, like your experience like with Chucky Trill like?
Man, that was my dog, bro. Trill, funny motherfucker.
Yeah, crazy.
So from the time he pulled up to the time he left, bro, we was just in there riding down and then it was funny because I'm thinking Trill a throwback rapper with it. I'm not realizing Trill just So he go in the booth and start freestyling. What Trill doing? No, man, come on, bro. So she sitting there with him while he going. So me and two out there, like, man, this hoe tripping, bro. This hoe tripping.
Like straight freestyle.
Yeah, he freestyling though. So this hoe tripping. I can't hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I see he come out and they put it together. I'm like, oh, okay, I see. And it wasn't until I watched the playback I seen he was in there playing with his. But when we was hearing what we was hearing is when he was fucking up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
he going there and correct.
Yeah, he going, man. He was hard, bro. Like, bro was hard as fuck.
Yeah. Man, unfortunately, like even with like Nipsey and Mo3, like a lot of people don't get their flowers till they gone. And I think Chucky Trill was one of those people. Like after he was gone, a lot of people realized how hard he really went.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, he been on the radio. He been had them singles.
Bro, he been going in, bro. Like he been going in hard as hell.
Yeah, man, rest in peace, Chucky Trill, for sure.
How
did you even link up with getting him and Stunner Bam on the track?
Well, the track started out, it was me and Bam. You know, Bam on the hook, me on the verses, and it's funny because what was it, 3 years, 4 years? I've been working on this same song for 2 years, two or 3 years. I've been working on the same song. So Bam did the hook like a year before Chucky did the verse. So once Chucky did the verse, he was finna do a verse to another song. And I forgot what song I was listening to it here. And I was like, nah, I want him to run something like this. So I sent him that song. He didn't know Bam was on the hook yet. So he was like, this the beat? Do you show this the one? I was like, that's the one. So when he got in the booth and heard everything, he was like, oh, this gonna be a bad motherfucker. And it was like, in my eyes, I was putting three kings together. You know what I'm saying? Bam was on his way, Trill was taking off, and I'm right there in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a good look for Texas.
Make perfect sense.
Yeah, it was a good look for Texas.
Already. Like, are you surprised at the way Houston is growing right now? Because, you know, it's a point in time where, like, or not even Houston in general, but Texas as a whole. Because not even Houston and Dallas is connected. You know, like, you got Tom and Lil Flip to drop an album together. You got all these different artists working together. Are you surprised to see Houston moving how it's moving right now?
I'm just surprised it took so damn long.
Me too. That's the only thing I'm surprised about. Like, why it took so, like, Pimp C been told niggas to do that.
Been told them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it took. But right now, I guess you could say it perfect time. You know what I'm saying?
What's some of the Houston artists that you really rock with?
Some Houston artists I really rock with. Kiki, like I said, Thug Boss, J-Dog, Mo Pet, you know, he got a Hawk, just, you know, off the muscle, but boys is making noise and on their way. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Long Live Trill, Bam, Narrator Savage, you know what I'm saying? Boys like them boys.
Oh, yeah.
Making a little noise out here and they talking about something though. You know, so I feel like paying on a lot of shit. So
yeah, they giving you that real, like, you know, they real Houston vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like Houston never been like a really been about what a lot of these other cities is about. It's kind of more like you gotta grind, you gotta hustle. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that made it out of Houston, they spoke on it. Like, that's what they speak on.
Yeah.
I know. Like recently with like Megan Thee Stallion winning Grammys and, you know, Travis Scott taking his album to where he took it to, and you know, ever since all this happening, like, you got so many artists really blowing up out of Houston. Even like OTB Fastlane, I seen him sign a deal with 300. So it's like now, like, the labels are really zooming in on Houston. Like, I don't know if they just been asleep the whole time or where they been, but now they like, oh, Houston got talent.
They gonna sleep.
Yeah, they definitely been sleeping on us.
There wasn't enough drama coming out of Houston.
And that's what it is, because we ain't that type of place, you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
It's real authentic out here.
Yeah,
a lot of other cities, you got like a lot of other stuff going on to where, you know,
once the controversies got to kicking off, you know, then they there you go, what's going on out there.
Yeah, I even feel like that's why it was a point in time where Love and Hip Hop came to do a Love and Hip Hop Houston, and then they ended up shutting it down. And I feel like that's one of the part of the reasons why. Like, it's just not one of those places. So, like, they would have had to force it.
You would have had to force it.
Which pretty much that's what they was doing. They was forcing it, and it just didn't go right.
Yeah, it would have looked fake as hell.
Yeah. Would you want to see, like, because I know like 50 Cent down here doing like the TV shows and the movies and stuff now. Like, would you? Well, of course, I know you out here grinding in Houston and everything, but like, would you want to see Houston turn into one of those places to where we got like the bright lights, the TV, the movies, and everything like that?
Yeah, because that's big for not just Houston. That's big for Texas. That's big for Texas. all in general. So yeah. Writing that shit out here. You know what I'm saying? Writing it out here. That's what we need. Like we don't got that. We don't got that nowhere around here. Nowhere in Texas do we got. Yeah,
we just really starting to build a media scene out here to where you can come out here and do interviews. We got a lot of radio out here now, a lot of, people out here to really shine the spotlight on artists and entertainment that's going on in the city.
Yeah.
I know another thing, like coming into this summer, like summer 2021, it's looking to be a whole lot different from last summer because now you can go out here and do shows. You can get in a club. You can go network with the DJs and get your music played. But a year ago from today, all that was shut down. Like COVID shut the city down. Well, now I ain't gonna necessarily say
it didn't shut the city down, but
it was still going. But it was real slow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Being an artist, how did that affect you?
I mean, it made me grind harder because now I gotta grind different. You gotta find a different way to get it. But at the same time, though, I feel like it helped because we on the state that's done shook up out of it, and now they seeing all these shows, and you displaying all these Texas artists in front of all these big ass crowds, and all these crowds they got their phones up.
Yeah.
So once all these big ass promoters and event people start reposting these shows they throwing out here in Texas, and they got these Texas artists that's going for again. Now these labels like, oh, it's time to tap in out there.
Yeah, for sure. I know it's a big show this weekend, so you got like some of the biggest people in the game: 2 Chainz, Lil Durk, Youngboy, Kokaine. Yeah, the Memorial Day Mayhem.
Yeah.
And then you got all the Houston OGs. You got Stunner Band. You got Erica Banks. You got Fat Pimp. You got loud music on the show. Like, I think this gonna be one of them shows that really open doors. Cause even for people like Lil Durk and 2 Chainz, they're gonna be able to peep the talent and be like, damn, we gotta come start networking with them boys in Houston, doing some collaborations with them. Toyota Center.
Come on, bro. That's not a club. That's
real arena.
That's
where the Rockets play.
Bruh.
That's what that boy on.
Man, they think very highly of you. You on that stage.
Yeah,
man.
That's what Lil Durk said on the promo. He was like, "Yo, we doing the show over there where the Rockets play."
Yeah, for real.
That's what they see it as.
Yeah, man, that's big. That's big. Man.
Yeah. Man, shout out to Gucci Mane because I know Gucci Mane came out to Texas and signed an artist from Texas, a chick named Enchanting from Dallas.
From Fort Worth. Yeah,
from Fort Worth. Yeah. So Gucci always been ahead of his time in seeing artists for who they are before they get there, even with a Pooh Shiesty, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just got the eye. But do you feel like we need somebody or like a label like that in Houston to like see the talent in people like that and give artists a chance?
I wish, bro. Like, but I mean, you got one right now. He doing this shit, Crawford. You know, shout out to Crawford.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He doing something similar, you know, but we need one more of him, 2 more of him. Yeah. We can get 2 more of him, we might be alright out here.
Yeah, I like what 1501 doing. I like what Loud Music doing right now. I'm pretty sure like South Walker, I like what he doing, how he really putting people out. Like, it was just them at first, and now he got like 10 artists over there and steady adding more. So I think with with these people coming in and just really, putting their cell phone, but after they get into position, really putting other people on, I feel like it's gonna come soon.
Yeah.
One thing about Carl Crawford that's crazy, I don't think when he was creating, like putting the money behind Megan, I don't think that he knew that he was creating like one of the biggest female rappers in the world.
He saw it. That's why he kept investing.
Yeah.
Trust me. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? He saw it.
It's crazy
you
because
didn't think it would come that fast.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah. I don't think he was gonna it kind of almost seemed like overnight.
Damn near 9 months, a year.
A lot of people slept on him and said, "Oh, you missed out. Like they had they feud or whatever. You could never you tripping. You could never get somebody like that again." And then bam, he backdoor with Erica Banks, and Erica Banks goes super viral. The whole world making videos to her songs.
It took a grind. He had to grind again. He grinded.
Yeah. Then he backdoor with Stunner Band.
Here we go. So this like what the first meal we finna see in that spotlight.
Yeah, he had a few others over there at points in time,
but they weren't in that like.
Yeah, it ain't take off like that. But Stunner Band really came with a hit.
Yeah.
So, with you actually putting out music with featuring like a Stunner Band, you know what I'm saying, at the time when he's on this wave right now, how do you feel like because I know a lot of artists out here, they go out and they spend money, they do features with these artists and stuff, but like for you, how do you capitalize off of having a feature like that?
I mean, it was the relationship that I capitalized off of. It was, it's our friendship. It wasn't just a feature.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't in a rush to put it at, It was one of them, he said, bro, take your time, do it right. You know what I'm saying? If you need me to, I'll help you do it. And this was way before, the new Stunnerbound. This was the old Stunnerbound.
Yeah, the old
Stunnerbound. You know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah, bro, it was like, that's what's up.
Yeah. Man, that's pretty live. I know, like, moving forward, like, summertime on the way, you got the rest of 2021. Like, what's some of your plans for this year?
Go up, apply some pressure, and go up again. I guess I'm re-putting myself back out there. You know what I'm saying? Unattaching myself from a lot of things that I didn't need to be attached to.
Right. Like, what's some of the things, not to, like, go deep into detail on that or stuff like that, but, just for artists, like, what's some of the things that you feel like you got to detach yourself away from to really prosper?
Bad relationships, friendships, however it may be, Just any negative situations that's not prospering for you or the person that's involved, I'll detach yourself, bro.
Right. Like, say the perfect opportunity comes to you, like, to, like, sign your label, put on your artist, but, like, sign to a bigger company, like a Universal or something like that. Would you be open to doing something like that, or, like, would you be more wanting to stay independent, like, take the independent route?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. If a motor want to come and bring the gang, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I can only do what I can do. Money only get you so far. You know what I'm saying? The music, the rest got to go off of relationships. And these folks got relationships that we ain't got.
Exactly. And that's really the benefit of a label.
Tax brackets to get them, so yeah.
They put you in places that you really can't get to by yourself. But it's just sometimes, like, when they give you, like, them advances, I think that's when a lot of artists kind of go wrong, because they spend all that money, and then, like, the label, like, we want that money back.
Man, for real.
It's an investment.
They gave it to you to go handle your business, so that when it's time for them to put theirs behind it, it ain't that much they got to put behind it.
Exactly.
And they can get theirs back in return, but you didn't buy.
What do you feel like? Like, say a label give you, like, $500,000 investment. Like, for you, what would be a smart investment? Like, what's some of the things you would go and do with that bread?
I mean, first thing, most people gonna say marketing. You ain't gotta worry about marketing. You sign to a label. You know what I'm saying? So now it's time to go invest. That money gotta grow. You
saying that you signed to that label is marketing. Because now people want to come listen to you to see why they signed you.
Exactly.
That's like free marketing, free promo right there.
Just like that. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to put so much into the music, because that's what they there for.
Right.
They got you on that part. You need this money to flip a couple times. You ain't got to do it illegal. Just go get something that's going to keep growing, so that once these folks say, hey, we need such a, here you go. Keep going. They're going to give you a bigger advancement on the next one.
Yeah. Especially when you do right by the money, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like, like they just had like the whole PPP loan era, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like PPP, like if you was an artist and you got a PPP loan, that was sort of like a record deal advance, because you could have really took that money, like you get a $10,000 loan, you can take $10,000 and blow up out in a rap game, like just by using that money, right?
You spend that 10 right, it look like you spent 100.
Yeah, but I think like so many people, like they got 10 or 20, and they wasn't getting money for so long that they just blew it. Like, fuck it, we just gonna blow that bread.
They went to Louis.
I know people buying car Bentleys, like, damn, you got a Bentley.
But you was just in a Buick yesterday, though.
Just go straight by a Bentley. That's how so many people got caught up, not necessarily getting the loans, but like what they was spending it on. Like they was going buying Bentleys, $1 million houses. I heard a lot of people grabbing Lambos and shit. I'm like,
yeah,
y'all
thing is something everybody want, a Lambo or a truck. What the fuck?
Like, y'all doing it like too big right now.
Yeah, man, put out a hit in 15 years.
Or ever.
Yeah.
they just went and got their DBAs or their LLC and had their record label name, and then they Lambo.
They Lambo.
I mean, it's good promo. You pull up in a Lambo on a video, even if you rent it, like it's good promo. It look good.
Go rent it.
But it's just like, damn, like
rent, I bet way cheaper renting for them 3 days than it was to go try to buy it.
Yeah, you can really invest some of that bread and really get to that Lambo the right way. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, to each his own. Right. But I just feel like a lot of times with those PPP loans, that could have been like a little small, like you could have looked at it like a record deal.
It was an advance though. You know what I'm saying? If you got one, that's what you should have looked
Couple
at.
dollars, you could at least get you a real deal studio or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Drop an album. That's a lot that can go into that. But especially like right now, like, you know, Houston seems to be one of those cities to where you got the OGs never die in Houston. Like artists like Slim Thug, Lil Kiki, Big Pokey got an album coming out tomorrow.
Exactly.
They still here and bigger than they ever was in the year 2000. Like they still doing it to like a high level of, you know, their craft is up there. You know what I'm saying? Like coming from Houston, like as an artist, do you feel like why do you feel that is? Is it because not enough artists are making it to where like now these like OG artists steady got that lane because like not enough artists are coming out behind them, or they gonna always be looked up, looked out like that?
They gonna forever have their fan base because they got their fan base out the mud. They didn't get their fan base off social media. You know what I'm saying? They had to go to them cities. They had to go to them different states. They had to get out there back then. You know what I'm saying? And go build them relationships and them bonds. So them fans, them 20,000, 100,000 fans they got naturally, they naturally got them. You know what I'm saying? They didn't put a picture up and sponsor the ad and somebody liked their music. They naturally had to go grow them relationships.
Nah, that's a fact. And then as well, a lot of like OG H-Town artists were legends before they signed major deals. Like Slim and Mike Jones and Pow Wow, even DJ Screw. Like they was legendary artists in the city before a record label ever came down here.
That's why the record label came to them.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to know how to put they making all this money and they ain't had no.
It's just so crazy that like way before, like now it's like the most popular thing to be is an independent artist. You know, like it's very popular, but back then it seemed like the independent way in Houston always been the way to go, because even when the labels came down here, a lot of those artists still ended up going back to the independent route and being more successful than they ever was. Like they even paired Slim Thug with Pharrell, and he felt being by himself was bigger than that.
It was.
Why you feel that is?
Slim had his own lane already. Slim made millions doing it his way already. You know what I'm saying? Your way was not my way. My fans don't like that way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Already. So, man, I know you say that the album, you know, I mean, the mixtape is coming soon, but the single is about to drop, right?
Memorial Day.
Which is Monday.
Monday.
Okay. And that's the single with Thunderbam and Chucky Trills, a different single.
It's just me. Produced by
Pressure, right? Pressure. Yeah. So Pressure comes out Monday, and then when can we expect the rest of the tape?
It's coming.
Coming soon.
It's coming.
Will it be here like for the summertime, or we gotta look out for that later on this year?
You might catch another single. You know, Three Kings might go ahead and drop.
Okay.
For the summertime.
I think a lot of people gonna be looking forward to that one.
You know, so, but nah, honestly, the tape gonna drop like September.
Okay.
September.
So it's a lot of time to build it. Like you doing it the right way, like a rollout.
Yeah, I'm trying to build these two singles up and get it to them.
Already, I know a lot of people looking forward to that.
Yeah, the anticipation is what I'm looking for. Like,
this is my last question for you before we get out of here. But I know the lights cutting out, but the building's still up. We good.
All right.
I was like, why the lights going out too? But like this is my last question I got for you though. Like when you out here doing shows and stuff, Queen of Hearts, that's the name of that club. I knew it was gonna come to me.
Queen of Hearts. That's him.
It took a whole interview.
Yeah, that's him. They ain't had no ones.
Yeah. They ain't have no Hennessy either.
Yeah,
but that's a different story. I was trying to get some Hennessy, like we get some Jack and Coke. I was like, God damn, I want some Hennessy. But see you perform, like, you know, people really rock with you when you do your shows and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people be knowing the words to the songs and everything. Are you surprised at the feedback that you get from the music?
Yeah. Because it's not natural. So, you know, it'd be that in the moment right then, you'd be like, damn, for real? Okay.
Yeah. Because even like, you know, just talking to you, seeing people that you work with and that you're around and stuff like that, even getting the game from Lil Troy, it's like you built these relationships on a personal level, you know what I'm saying? So that really speaks volumes.
Yeah.
But like I said, I want to like we definitely looking forward to the music that's dropping, like for sure, especially that Pressure, because you know you say you getting back to it, letting boys know, reminding them what's going down. So we definitely looking forward to that Pressure this Monday.
I literally held the video off just so that I could drop it after the song dropped.
Yeah.
Because I know the turnout before.
But the video already ready?
Nah, I know what the turnout would have been before, But after it dropped, it turned out gonna be bigger because everybody gonna want to be involved in this one. So it was like just hold out because we'll get a bigger. Yeah,
Right.
It's gonna be pressure.
Already, man, this is how you spoke on that. I definitely look forward to hearing that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's gonna be a right in time for the summertime. You know what I'm saying? Hit the plugs right in time for the summer. Definitely the mixtape coming. We definitely look forward to hearing that. Possibly September, you say, but whenever it comes, we ready for it.
Sooner, but
yeah,
we gonna say September.
Especially the Three Kings with you, Stunner Bam, and Chucky Trill.
That might come July.
Definitely looking forward to that. I want to give you a chance to like shout out your Instagram, let people know where they can find you. You know, people tuned in, they want to do some business with you or whatever. How do people get in contact with you?
You can contact me. The phone number in the link in my bio on IG at Kokaine.Karter. It's all K's, Kokaine, Carter with a K. First Lady BME Management. Shoot me an email, shoot me a DM. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I got a bunch of cards. If you see any promo of mine, it's gonna have a scan me on it. Scan that, it's gonna pull up everything you need to know.
Already. Man, I got at the house. I don't know when I came across you and got them, but I got like 3 Kokaine Karter good coke masks, face masks at the house. But I still like I be having them in the car going to Starbucks. Man, what's that? I'm like, hey man, it's a rap out here. A-Town, man. You got them, man. You gonna have to hit them up. I feel like 3 people asked me about them, but I got one in the car probably right now, like just running the store. I just been there.
We went hard that marketing on that project.
Cause that was perfect timing. I think I got that back in like, man, maybe like last September or October or something. So that was like the midst of the pandemic.
Yeah, last September.
Yeah, so man, I definitely want to say I appreciate you for coming through to the syrup room. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely an honor to have you as a guest today. Like I say, if you tuning in, y'all make sure y'all follow Kokaine Karter. That's with 2 Kokaine with a K, Karter with a K. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, man. Follow and check out the music, man. Pressure coming out Monday. You know what I'm saying? So y'all watching this interview before Monday, y'all just go ahead and pre-save it in your phone. So when it drop, it comes straight to your phones and y'all playing that, man, for real. Like I said, I appreciate you for coming through. You know, it's your boy D.
Before I get out of here, man, hey, long live my little brother Quinn, man. Say, man, y'all follow me, tap in. You know what I'm saying? Smoke that, buy that, apply that. I am that. Pressure.
Already, y'all heard the man. It's the syrup room. We out.